writing is part of that, wanting to write, wanting to share, wanting to connect, wanting to be a leader, wanting to be a guru, a helper, all of that. That's all part of that same process of connecting, that we have that need to be in communication, interaction with people, and then beyond that, the universe in general. Anyway, so my big spiel on spirituality.
I think it's great. And I feel, again, this is all why you would be a fantastic coach, because you would tie all of this in to your people that you work with that are attracted to you. So I want to speak to that again. And I do want to kind of reel back to a little bit about marketing, because I know that you had mentioned about your marketing thing. Sorry, I'm switching subjects.
No, that's all right.
Because I love when we could dive down this road, and I love it. And but I want to go back to the marketing point. Just to give some advice with that too, as you're writing your next book. Let's say your book comes out in April. Right now is when you would start your marketing, and you want to have 6 months before the book comes out for the release, and have a solid plan with that. In fact, I've got something I can always send you. It's on my website, but I'll send it to you, that kind of breaks down the what you guys should be doing, to get until your launch date. Because if you do it last minute, your sales last minute are not gonna help. It's like, we don't have the book and we release the book and then you do marketing. It's like, we don't have the book and we release the book and then you do marketing. No, it's like 6 months before. And you can start pre-sales too, and depending on your publisher, but you should be able to start pre-sales technically 6 months before the book comes out. And then you can offer some cool stuff with it. Now that you've got your 2 other books, with this other book, when it comes out, let's say, you put, oh, I have this book and I'm offering a deal on the whole package for all the books, or something along those lines that gets them to tie into it. So just being creative with that marketing plan as well. And then thinking about that as you put that into the book proposal that you're going to pitch to agents, because it's time. So I'm just going to say to that. And obviously if you're happy with, the publisher you have now, then great, do it that way. Just have a solid marketing plan. I mean, that's going to be the key in order to make the other two, because the other 2 books they can still sell, and they'll still sell more. As if this new book has a solid marketing plan coming out, because this is the one you want to focus on, these other 2, those will sell as this plan comes out, as this, you start getting on tons more podcasts. And my advice to you too is, every podcast that you go on, every show that you go on, any interview that you have a call to action. And what is that, for those that don't know what that means, or if you're literally thinking about at the end or at some point plugging your website somewhere, like, so you can find my 2 books here, and then say it in the beginning, say it in the middle of the interview, and say it at the end. And I say this because you don't know when listeners are going to come in and listen, or how long they're going to listen for on someone's podcast. So just make sure it's plugged. And I would say, like, and your call to action is going to change, so like if you have a out, it's going to be go to Amazon and buy it here, because you want all those links, so you can get the reviews and the links and bestseller.